The Aztecs were Nahuatl-speaking people who in the 15th and early 16th centuries ruled a large empire in what is now central and southern Mexico. The Aztec are so called from Aztlan, which means white land, an allusion to their origins, probably in northern Mexico. They were also called the Tenochca, from an eponymous ancestor, Tenoch, and the Mexica, probably from Metzlipan, which means moon lake, the mystical name for Lake Texcoco. From Tenochca was derived the name of their great city, Tenochtitlan, and from Mexica came the name for the city that superseded the Aztec capital, and for the surrounding valley, which was applied later to the whole Mexican nation. The Aztec referred to themselves as Calhua Mexica, to link themselves with Calhuacan, the center of the most civilized people of the Valley of Mexico. The origin of the Aztec people is uncertain, but element of their own tradition suggests that they were a tribe of hunters and gatherers on the northern Mexican plateau before their appearance in Mesoamerica in perhaps the 12th century. Aztlan, however, may be legendary. It is possible that their migration southward was part of a general movement of peoples that followed, or perhaps helped trigger, the collapse of the Toltec civilization. They settled on islands in Lake Texcoco, and in AD 1325 founded Tenochtitlan, which remained their chief center. The basis of the Aztecs' success in creating a great state and ultimately an empire was their remarkable system of agriculture, which featured intensive cultivation of all available land, as well as elaborate systems of irrigation and reclamation of swampland. The high productivity gained by these methods made for a rich and populous state. Under the ruler Itzcoatl from 1428 to 1440, Tenochtitlan formed alliances with the neighboring states of Texcoco and Tlacopan, and became the dominant power in central Mexico. Later, by commerce and conquest, Tenochtitlan came to rule an empire of 400 to 500 small states, comprising by 1519 of some 5 million to 6 million people spread over 80,000 square miles. At its height, Tenochtitlan itself covered more than 5 square miles, and had upwards of 140,000 inhabitants, making it the most densely populated settlement ever achieved by a Mesoamerican civilization. The Aztec state was a despotism in which the military arm played a dominant role. Valor in war was, in fact, the surest path to advancement in Aztec society, which was caste and class divided, but nonetheless vertically fluid. The priestly and bureaucratic classes were involved in the administration of the empire, while at the bottom of society were classes of serfs, indentured servants, and outright slaves. The Aztec Empire was still expanding, and its society still evolving, when its progress was halted in 1519 by the appearance of Spanish explorers. The ninth emperor, Montezuma II, who reigned from 1502 to 1520, was taken prisoner by Hernan Cortés, and died in custody. His successors, Quitlahuac and Cuauhtémoc, were unable to stave off Cortés and his forces, and, with the Spanish capture of Tenochtitlan in 1521, the Aztec Empire came to an end. Tenochtitlan was located on an island in a lake. 3 wide causeways led to huge white palaces and ornate temples on pyramids. When the Spanish arrived, the Aztecs ruled the area from the Gulf of Mexico to the Cordilleras and southward into what is now Guatemala. However, Montezuma II did not have a firmly organized empire. When vassal tribes or cities revolted, he had no governors or standing armies to control them. He had to reconquer them. This weakness in government helped the Spaniards conquer the warlike Aztecs in about 2 years. Cortés was aided throughout his campaign by rebellious tribes. A trade system linked the far parts of the empire with Tenochtitlan. Soldiers guarded the traders, and troops of porters carried the heavy loads, for the Aztecs had no pack animals. Canoes brought the crops from nearby farms through the canals to markets in Tenochtitlan. Their chief produce included corn, beans, peppers, squash, alligator pears, tomatoes, tobacco, cotton, and turkeys. Trade was carried on by barter, since the Aztecs had not invented money. Change could be made in cacao beans. Okay, stop filming my back. Thank you. Now, if you settled in the area that the Aztecs did, where exactly would you settle, and why?